In a tavern in Dongyi, Goryeo, amidst the boisterous chatter of men gathered around a shabby table, Bion's voice was heard.
My lord, was that sound last night truly your desperate heart yearning for me? Just hearing your voice made me so hot I couldn't sleep.
Bayon, what absurd fantasies are you spouting this early in the morning? I merely tossed and turned for a bit because of a noisy insect.
Oh, an insect. So, your hot breath was also the work of an insect? Oh, my lord. Even your feigned ignorance is endearing.
Bayon, His Honor said it was a noisy insect. Get up and prepare breakfast. What are you talking about for so long?
Ho 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 ho, Moxe Oppa, you're so jealous. A man should be able to skillfully parry such suggestive talk to be a true man.
The Amengushar Yi Myongsin and his party arrived in Dongjai, unpacked their belongings at a tavern, and began to assess the local situation before heading to their next destination, Namjeong.
Moksei Bayon, our top priority in this town is to find traces of Middle Sky. But before that, we must understand the sentiment of the people here.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll quickly go around the market and gather rumors.
Your Honor, I will go to where only women gather and listen to rumors. Sometimes women's chatter can provide important clues.
Moxie headed to the tavern and marketplace where men gathered, and Bion went to the stream where women gathered to do laundry. Yi Myongsin alone surveyed the area around the local government office to get a feel for the town's atmosphere. Soon after, Moxie returned to the tavern with a triumphant expression.
Your Honor, I heard amazing news. A very strange incident occurred in this town.
What happened?
About a month ago, a wealthy old man named Elder Kim, famous in this town, was murdered. But the culprit was caught, and it turns out to be Elder Kim's only daughter. My goodness, how could she kill her own father, no matter what?
Then where is the daughter?
She's currently confined in prison and is scheduled to be executed in a few days. The common folk clucked their tongues, saying it happened because Elder Kim's daughter's reputation was usually bad.
Your Honor, the story I heard is different from what Moxie Appa heard.
No, Bion. How could what I heard directly be wrong? Everyone in town knows that Elder Kim's daughter killed her father.
No, Appa. I heard from the women at the stream that Elder Kim's daughter had a deeply filial and kind nature. It's just that she was sickly since childhood and rarely went out, which is why the townspeople didn't know her well.
Then there's something suspicious about this case. Moxie, if Bion is right, this might not be a simple murder case.
Then you mean Elder Kim's daughter was framed? Oh, surely not. The town's magistrate must have handled it justly.
The magistrate, Moxie, what kind of person did they say the magistrate usually was?
Well, according to rumors, he's a bit greedy and likes to yell at his subordinates.
Bion, did you hear anything about the magistrate?
Yes, Your Honor. The women say that soon after Elder Kim died, there's a widespread rumor that the magistrate embezzled nearly half of Elder Kim's property. He used the excuse that since the daughter killed her father, there was no suitable heir to inherit.
Embezzled property. Oh ho, this is quite interesting. Moxie, find a way to visit Elder Kim's daughter in prison. Bion, try to find someone who knows Elder Kim's family affairs and get more detailed information. I need to meet the magistrate myself.
Yi Myongsin headed to the local government office. As soon as he opened the door and entered, Yi Myongsin could instantly discern the magistrate's greedy impression.
I am a traveler passing by, and I heard there was a murder case involving Elder Kim in this town. I came to meet you as I am curious how Your Honor resolved this case.
It's an insignificant murder case. It's clear that Elder Kim's unfilial daughter killed her father, so she will be executed soon. What is it you're curious about?
However, it is widely rumored among the public that Elder Kim's daughter was a filial child, so why would she harm her father?
There are countless people in this world whose outward appearance differs from their true nature. Sisk! What do you, a young man, know to speak of such things? Get out of here!
The magistrate could not hide his displeasure at Yi Myung-sin's questions and chased him out. Yi Myung-sin left the government office with a suspicious expression. In the evening, Moxie and Byeon returned.
Your Honor, I barely managed to bribe the prison guard and visited Elder Kim's daughter. However, the young lady refused to say anything. She just kept crying.
Your Honor, I met an old servant of Elder Kim's house. I heard an incredible story from that servant.
What story?
Elder Kim was often in poor health and always stayed confined to his room. But the magistrate, who coveted Elder Kim's property, poisoned Elder Kim and then framed his daughter for the crime.
No, surely the magistrate. That's impossible. No matter what, how could a magistrate kill a commoner and frame someone?
According to that servant, the magistrate visited Elder Kim's house the night Elder Kim died. And there were strange marks on Elder Kim's body, like he was bitten by a snake.
Marks like a snake bite, and the magistrate embezzled property, the red snake emblem of Middle Sky. Could it be?
Your Honor, Middle Sky. Are you saying Elder Kim's case is related to Middle Sky?
I cannot conclude yet, but it is not impossible. If the magistrate is an agent of Middle Sky, then this case is not a simple murder. Byeon, meet that servant again and get more detailed information. Especially ask about the snake marks found on Elder Kim's body. Moxie, go back to the prison and ask Elder Kim's daughter if there were snake marks on her father's body. And do not reveal this fact to anyone.
The next night, Yi Myung-sin heard the reports from Byeon and Moxie.
Moxie, what did Elder Kim's daughter say?
Your Honor, Elder Kim's daughter said nothing at first. She just kept crying. But when I sincerely persuaded her, saying, Your Honor will surely clear your name. Please be brave, she finally spoke. She said there was a strange red snake-like emblem on her father's body. She didn't know what it was, so she just overlooked it.
Well done, Moxie. Byeon, what did the servant say?
Your Honor, when I pressed the servant to tell the truth, at first he trembled with fear and denied knowing anything. But when I said, if you tremble with fear and hide the truth, Elder Kim's injustice, whom you served your entire life, will be buried forever. If you are truly a loyal servant to Elder Kim, you must reveal the truth. He finally confessed everything. According to the servant, there was a clear red snake-like tattoo mark on Elder Kim's body, as if it had been branded.
A red snake emblem. It is Middle Sky after all.
Middle Sky? So are you saying this case isn't because of the magistrate's greed, but that those Middle Sky bastards killed Elder Kim?
That's right. Elder Kim must have discovered Middle Sky's secret, or he was an obstacle to their plans. The magistrate, under Middle Sky's orders, murdered Elder Kim and framed his daughter.
So, embezzling Elder Kim's property was also to offer it to Middle Sky, wasn't it? They are meticulous villains.
Now everything is clear. The magistrate is a murderer incited by Middle Sky. Tomorrow I will gather the people of this town and expose the magistrate's crimes.
The next day, Yi Myung-sin gathered the people in front of the local government office. When Yi Myung-sin declared his status as Amengwisha, the people murmured, and the magistrate's face turned ashen.
Amengasha has arrived!
A Menghashar. Why an Menghashar?
Ah, an Amengashar? No, what is this? What crime have I committed?
I shall expose the crimes of Magistrate Jiang Yihimin here and now. Jiang Jimin, blinded by greed, deceived the people, and even murdered the innocent Elder Kim, and framed his daughter. He is a traitor of the highest order.
What nonsense are you speaking? Elder Kim was murdered by his daughter. I am innocent.
How dare you try to deceive the people with lies? There was a red snake emblem branded on Elder Kim's body. This is the mark of the traitorous faction called Middle Sky. You became an agent of Middle Sky, murdered Elder Kim, framed his innocent daughter, and tried to offer Elder Kim's property to Middle Sky. Did you not?
At Yi Myung-sin's stern voice, the people stirred, and the magistrate's face turned ashen. At that moment, some of the soldiers behind the magistrate revealed snake emblems and aimed their weapons at Yi Myung-sin.
How dare you interfere with Middle Sky's plans? What a foolish Amengosha!
Ha ha ha! Foolish Amangashar! This Dongja is already in Middle Sky's grasp. What can a mere wretch like you do to me? By the name of Middle Sky, I command you, seize them all!
At the magistrate's command, the soldiers rushed towards Yi Myung-sin's party. Yi Myung-sin calmly drew his sword, and Moxie displayed his superhuman strength, fending off the soldiers. Beon nimbly dodged and used the surrounding terrain to hinder the enemy's movements. Yi Myung-sin, with his excellent martial arts, subdued the soldiers and approached the magistrate.
One who governs the people should prioritize the people's well-being above all else. Yet you, blinded by selfish greed and serving as an agent of a traitorous faction, have deceived the people. Your crime deserves death 10,000 times over. Repent, Jiang Jaemin.
Kyuk, I was wrong. I have committed a sin worthy of death.
Too late. Your sins cannot be fully repaid even with your life. Immediately drag the magistrate away and release Elder Kim's daughter.
Moxie and the police officers dragged the magistrate away, and Elder Kim's daughter shed tears of gratitude, bowing to Yi Myung-sin. Yi Myung-sin ordered the return of the embezzled property to Elder Kim's daughter, and comforted the soul of the unjustly deceased Elder Kim. The next morning, the Yi Myung-sin party was walking with lively steps on the road leading from Dongjae village to Namjeong.
My lord, you were so breathless last night. I almost untied my own clothes.
No, Beon. What nonsense are you spouting again? While His Honor was sleeping, I was by his side. His Honor was even snoring.
Haha, Moxie. Beon is just trying to provoke your jealousy. You must be tired from toiling all night, but Beon still has so much energy. Indeed, you are always a source of light by my side, so as one who spends dark nights, I had no choice but to call your name.
Oh, my lord, surely you don't mean. Since you call me so endearingly, I shall follow you as your shadow for the rest of my life.
Yes, be my shadow. But a shadow only exists with light, so never lose your own light.
While on their way from Dongjae village to Namjeong, Yi Myung-sin paused for a moment and walked through the marketplace, where he met an old woman. The old woman, with a stooped back, was trimming bean sprouts and sighing.
Sigh. That magistrate turns the people's insides upside down like this. When will he truly understand the will of heaven?
Mother, do you lament the magistrate's wrongful deeds so much?
Oh, yes, yes. Just look at the case of Elder Kim's daughter. Everyone knows she was a kind and filial young lady. But in one morning she becomes a murderer. Truly is a terrifying and poisonous thing.
But mother, why do the people remain silent even though they know the truth? Should they just submit to this corruption like this?
You must be frustrated, Your Honor. what these people endure to avoid starving to death, to keep their children from starving. Sometimes, not knowing is a blessing, and keeping silent can be the wisdom of survival. However, they endure with the single belief that someday the truth will be revealed. For the deeper the darkness, the brighter the dawn will come.
The deeper the darkness, the brighter the dawn will come. Indeed, that is true. Mother, you have given me a precious lesson.
In the old woman's words, Yi Myung-sin saw the lives of the oppressed people and their unwavering strength in not losing hope even within it. It was a moment of realization that within the disparity between his ideals and reality, the people's silence was not a mere weakness, but rather a wisdom for survival and an unshakable faith. Yi Myung-sin's gaze was resolute and his steps were firm. Their journey towards distant Namjeong continued.
Until the day we find the clue left by Master Park Myangsu and uproot Middle Sky, we cannot stop. Let's hurry to Namjeong.